Hey guys, I decided to go ahead and start filming this bookshelf tour because I tried to film this whole entire shelf earlier and it said that it's too long to upload. So I'm probably going to break it down even further than I thought I would have to. And so it'll be in several parts because I have this whole shelf, which is my young adult and like middle grade shelf. And then I have an adult shelf over here that's pretty much full. And I have some mass market paperbacks over here and some books that were given to me that I haven't really gone through. And some borrowed books and such. And I also have a couple of shelves in my living room that I will be doing a separate part for as well. So I'm just going to get started here with this young adult shelf. And sorry for the shakiness. But I have to get up on a stool to do this because it's really tall. And up top I have an owl that is sitting on some books and a Katniss Everdeen action figure that my husband got me. And this first book is not YA. It is a coffee table book that's called Cut, and it is about famous Hollywood deaths and tragedies and accidents and such. And then I have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and The Evolution of Mara Dyer by, who's this by? Michelle Hodkin. I've read the first one and it is very good, and I can't wait to read the second one. Then I have Wither and Fever by Lauren DeStefano, which is the first two in her Chemical Garden series, which I am looking so forward to reading, and these covers are absolutely gorgeous. Then I have Rot and Ruin and Flesh and Bone, which is the first and third books in the Benny and Mira series by Jonathan Mayberry. And this is my absolute favorite. I've read the first and second. The second one my nephew has, but this is my favorite zombie series. I absolutely love it so much, and I definitely recommend it. Then we have Cinder by Marissa Meyer, which I haven't read yet. The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa, which is the first in her Blood of Eden series, which is really, really good. Dearly Departed by Leah Habel. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. But that is also a sort of zombie story, and I haven't read yet. Then we have The Great and Terrible Beauty, Rebel Angels, and The Sweet Far Thing by Libba Bray, which is her Gemma Doyle trilogy. And I haven't read it yet, but it's like a historical fiction with like paranormalness going on. This Dark Endeavor and Such Wicked Intent by Kenneth Opel, which is the series is called The Apprenticeship of Victor Frankenstein, which is like a prequel series about Frankenstein when he's like young. And then we have If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman, which is a duology that I haven't read yet. We have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and I adore this book. I have The Iron Thorn by Caitlin Kittredge, which I haven't read yet, but I'm looking very forward to it. And then down here on the second shelf, I have Nightshade, Wolfsbane, and Blood Rose by Andrea Cormier, which is about werewolves. I haven't read them. And then we have the entire Vampire Academy series, Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadowkiss, Blood Promise, Spiritbound, and Last Sacrifice. And then I have the first book in her spin-off series. I'm not sure what the series is called, but this first book is called Bloodlines. And this is all by Rochelle Mead. I haven't started it yet, but I've had recommendations from people I trust, so I'm sure I'm going to like it. Then we have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and Level 2 by Lenore Applehans. The Replacement, which I love this book by Brenna Yovanoff, and it is one of my favorite covers ever. This is really tight, so I'm going to take one out. Once Dead, Twice Shy by Kim Harrison. High Society by Allie Carter. Shift by Jennifer Bradbury. The Marbury Lens by Andrew Smith. The Spiderwick Chronicles by Tony DiTerlizzi and Holly Black. This is a bind-up of all five. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll and illustrated by Camille Rose Garcia. And her illustrations are absolutely gorgeous, which you can tell from the cover. And then I have Snow White, also illustrated by her. And then I have the whole series of Mortal Instruments, but I don't have them all here because I have some of them loaned out. But what I do have is City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, and then the Infernal Devices. We have Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince, and all by Cassandra Clare. The only one I haven't read is Clockwork Prince. Then we have Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. I've read this first one and I really loved it, and I can't wait to read the second one. Then I have an anthology, Zombies vs. Unicorns, which was edited by Holly Black and Justine Larbalester. And then I have my steampunk anthology, which I recently showed in my haul. Okay, moving down. Sorry for the shakiness. I got to get off the ladder. Down on this shelf, I have Hex Hall and Demon Glass by Rachel Hawkins, which I've heard such good things about. Haven't gotten to it yet. And then we have The Alchemist, The Magician, and The Sorceress by Michael Scott, which is the first 3 books in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel, which one of my friends recommended that to me, and I haven't gotten to it yet. Then we have White Cat and Red Glove by Holly Black, and I love, this is the first 2 books in the Curse Workers trilogy, and I absolutely love it. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. It's so good. One of my favorites. Then we have Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Darkness, and Beautiful Chaos by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I've read the first one and I really loved it, and I'm planning on going to see the movie this week, hopefully. And then we have Hush Hush and Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick, which I haven't read yet. And then The Goddess Test and The Goddess Interrupted, which I haven't read. And then we have The Iron King, The Iron Daughter, The Iron Queen, The Iron Knight, which these 4 are the first 4 in the Iron Face series, and I absolutely love it. And then I have The Lost Prince, which is the first book in the Iron Fae Call of the Forgotten series, which follows the main character in this story. It follows her little brother when he is grown up, and I loved it also. Then I have The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong, as well as The Awakening and The Reckoning. And this is her Darkest Powers trilogy. I've read this first one, and I really liked it. It took a while for me to get into it, but I'm really glad that I finished it because it turned out to be really good. And I haven't read the other 2 yet. And then Graceling and Fire by Kristen Kishore. I've read the first one, and I really, really liked it. And I haven't read the second one. The second one's like a companion novel. It follows different characters, but I'm looking forward to it. And then let's move my little owl out of the way. Then we have Corsets and Clockwork, which I just showed in my haul. The Giver by Lois Lowry, which is one of my favorite books of all time. And then we have Go Ask Alice by Anonymous, which was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Then we have Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and Extras by Scott Westerfeld, which I haven't gotten to yet. And then I have Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside by Holly Black, which is another fairy series that I just love so much, and I love Holly Black. And that is all for these first 3 shelves, and I am going to cut this short so that hopefully I can get it uploaded and it won't be too long. And stay tuned for the rest of this shelf and then the rest of the other shelves, which I don't know how many videos that's going to take up, but I will see you guys in the next one.